Hello again, I'm Milton and welcome to the Little Milton channel. Tonight we're going to have a quick look at, hopefully quick, at the T-stack system, how to move things about. I'm not going to do a review on the boxes because so many people have done that before, but I think what I'm going to concentrate on here is how they actually move about. The T-stack system actually comes in three variants. There's the Stanley variant, which does not have all the boxes. There is the Craftsman variant, which is known as Versa Stack, but that's in America. So they have a different system again. They do not have all the boxes either. To start with, the T-stack system is actually an underrated system. The system itself is nice, it's small, you can break it down and you can get it into almost any vehicle. And of course it's also at an affordable price for everybody, because you take into consideration the fact that you've got your tough system. Your tough system is rather large and bulky and can weigh something, whereas this system is lighter, it's smaller, and because the price is quite low on it, it means you can generally buy two boxes for what it would cost you if you would buy the tough system. Now, to start with, this box here is not really part of the T-stack system. This box is actually one a power tool came in. The drill was the DCD 795, which I don't use anymore, but I kept it lying. The box itself is actually quite strong until you open the latches up, and this is where the T-stack gets its strength from. The T-stack gets its strength from the fact is that when it's closed down and locked into place, it doesn't move and it is strong. And all the T-stack system boxes all have a metal pin running through where the hinge is. They all have this. Now, we'll very quickly dismantle this one here, and what we'll do is we'll start from the bottom here and we'll work up to the dolly. We call this a dolly. In other countries it's called different things, but that's what we call it. And how do you undo the system? Quite simple. These latches here either side, and the whole system just lifts up and becomes a modular system. Now, this was DeWalt's first attempt at making some way of moving the boxes about. As you can see here, we have rather large casters here where the brakes are here. That's on at the moment, that's them off, and that's them back on again. So now we'll have a look at the front here. This unit serial number is DWST171229 T-stack system, DW cart. We just call it a dolly. And if we look here at the front, we can see how DeWalt intended this to be. And of course it has a weight restriction on it of 220 pounds or 100 kilograms. Now, as I said, DeWalt wanted us to have this thing stacked up like this to move it about the site. This was totally and utterly impractical. It was never going to work, because the fact is, how do you lift them? We might even stack it up how they have it here, just to have a look at it so you can understand what I'm saying. And of course all the wheels do actually rotate round as well. It's only the front wheels that actually lock down, or you could actually move them to the back. And if you look here, we have a plastic crisscross section which gives this great strength, and it is actually a strong design. Now, if you ever get a chance to see the promotional video that DeWalt did for this dolly, it's actually set up with a small set of boxes, and they're actually carrying it about and moving it about. Well, to be honest with you, how would you like to try lifting this up and moving it towards a flight of stairs or a bit of ground that was very uneven? You're going to have problems with this, I'm telling you. You're not going to do it. The way I had it originally, which I'll put it back, is really and truly how it ended up. It ends up in, say, your garage, your workshop, tucked away in the corner. When you need it, you pull it out and you use it this way. I mean, if you ask me, rather impractical, because this bottom box is at the bottom. It'd be better if these were down here. This was where these are, and you would lift this off and use it, because this is the accessory box for power tools, and you have the lid here that lifts up to get into all the little bits and pieces that you've got in here. Brilliant design actually, and I must admit, carrying handle up here, which is aluminium, plastic on the sides, is actually very good. And of course, back to the setup, how I have it set up. because I find this a lot easier and a lot better. And of course I can sit there, make me videos, and if I need bits and pieces out of it, all I've got to do is just open the drawer and I've got everything in my hand. See? And of course, with having the bigger casters on the bottom, it means it does move over uneven surfaces. Now, uneven, I'm not on about potholes, it will move. And how easy does it move? So we now move to the DWSD 1-71196 T-Stack trolley with folding handle. So we'll get rid of these boxes and we'll start from the bottom and work up. Now we'll have a look at the weights on this. This takes 110 pounds or 50 kilos. That's on a stair. Yes, there's two weights. It has a stair weight for dragging up and down stairs, and it also has a carrying capacity of 220 pounds or 100 kilograms. So again here, this thing can take a fair old bit of weight, and on here it says you've not to have people riding on it, spoiling our fun. We had quite good fun doing that. And if we look underneath it, we can see it's quite a strong construction that it's actually got here. Again, crisscross pattern, and it is actually quite thick plastic. I think it's 4mm or 3mm thick, I'm not quite sure on that. Now we have our casters here at the front, looking through the camera lens on this one, and you can see the lockdown bit mechanism is there, which you can move with your foot quite easily. I'm just doing it by hand. The casters are small, and these are the only ones that actually revolve round. The rear wheels, which are actually fixed in position, which are actually 7 inches in height. And if you turn it around to the back, there's an axle which we've seen before running underneath all the way. So it is very strong, and it's, I think it's 8mm, I think I measured that to. And as we can see here, it is actually folded flat down. To actually get it up, all you've got to do is pull it up, and I'll give you that demonstration. Right, to pull it up, all you do is just this, it pulls up. But it doesn't lock in position. The low catches, but it's not fully locked in position yet. The handle, that is. Now, if you look down here at this catch, when I actually push the button down, which I'll show you just now, and lift the handle, watch what happens. You see, it locks it down in position, and that is, it is locked. And it does have pins there to add to the strength. So if I push the handle down again, it lifts it back up again. So I'll show you now what I was actually doing. What I was doing was I was pushing down on this and I was lifting up the handle like so, you see, and then that puts it into position. Now we'll look how high the handle goes. Now the handle itself does extend to a fair old height, and again you need it. More about the stairs and everything later, so I think now what we should be doing is putting some boxes on here. So let's get the boxes out. Okay, now that we started boxes on here, and if you notice I put a drawer one down here at the bottom, because it is quite accessible. I'll show you something. Once you put the handle down, you can actually open the lid and the lid folds back. But of course, to get out this box, we've got to lift this one off. Well, it's fair play when you think about it. I got to mention, to put the handle down, you press the button that says push at the back, and it clips right down back into place again. Now, on the sides here, there's this strap here, which is actually for transport. More about this. It also can clip into there as well, and you do this and then clip it back up onto there. But for some unknown reason, I seem to have the belt slightly wrong on this side, and there is one on the other side. And this is the one on the other side here, which just clips into there like so. And this one does actually clip in there. So it's not flapping about, and it keeps it out of the way. Because my lads had a bad habit of just leaving them lying like this, and they could get damaged. So how does it work and what's it for? It's quite simple. I'll try and keep my hand out of the way. You then take this one over here. Let's unwrinkle that. This one here is actually on a spring. You see how it moves like so? Right? You pull this one over to, and now get this in the right position, and it's supposed to clip into place, which of course it's not doing. I'll have to find out what's stopping it just now. Well, you learn something new every day. It didn't want to connect because of the drawer box at the bottom, and it goes together like that for transport, and I'll show you for why. Now you might think this is a little bit OTT. Now here's your fastening strap here. The idea behind it is, of course, now you've got a bit of force here, it can't move forward. You're relying on a lot on these little plastic things here. So it's for actual transit around to in and out of your vehicle. And all you do is put your foot on there. It is important to do that because you can't pull it back, it won't go. Put your foot like that and it just tilts back, no problem at all. And it's actually very manoeuvrable even in this format, I must admit. Now, because the strap at the front is readjustable, you could take your spirit level and actually attach it to the front. But DeWalt did actually think on this. Let's have a look at this through the back. In actual fact, they did give us somewhere where he actually put things into. Yes, you can use this, and all you'd have to do is get a bungee, stretchy, put it around, hold it in place, and it will stop it from flapping about. And of course the handle still comes down and actually misses it. They actually did think on this when they made this, that people were looking for additional storage. And again here, the T-Stack system here is absolutely brilliant. This is definitely the best one of the lot of them. Because the fact is, one man can actually move this stuff around. He can fold the whole thing down, and as I've said, if you haven't got a big vehicle and it's just a standard car and you're the one-man band, you could easily arrange these boxes in the back seat of that vehicle. The sack truck, I'm just going to a sack truck. It actually folds down quite flat as well, which you've seen. So really and truly, it is that good. I do like this, and this is actually the main carrier. And now we're going to move over now to our, which we class as the emergency toolbox. So this is our emergency toolbox. You got to say, that's not an emergency toolbox, it's a toolkit. You're correct, it is a toolkit. But we call it the emergency toolbox because everybody knows which toolbox we're going on about. It did actually start off as a smaller thing, and it just kind of grew to what it is now. The drawer system here usually sits actually on top, but when we're in operation we generally have it like this, and we use the tote thing to actually carry it around. The box itself just stays put. Now, serial number for this one is DWST175799. Tub with wheels, it's sometimes called, and telescopic handles, sometimes just called toolbox on wheels, things like this. Anyway, we'll get rid of these and we'll just have a quick look at the box. Now, as you can see, this is actually quite a large box. It's bigger than all the rest with the large boxes sprayed DeWalt. Now, the top of this box, we've got a little handle here, which comes in very useful for actually throwing it in the back of the van for the one person that's going to be carrying it. And up here, you have actual metal clips up here. Also, DeWalt took the time out to make these brackets have metal pins in them. I'll try and show you. You can see the metal pins there, but they don't go all the way through. They're just actually short pins. We might actually have a look at the inside of the lid to see what we can see. Another interesting feature about this box, when you undo the clamps and you actually start lifting the lid up, it actually pulls the handle back. The Tough System version of this does the same, and it actually pulls it back. Tricky camera shot, see? And it hinges all the way. It comes all the way back like so. So we'll have a look at the metal catches on the lid, which don't really come out. They're actually up there, there, and there at the back there. So they do go through a reasonable amount, but not that far. I think if you gave them a lot of stick, you'd probably break them, to be honest with you. You do get quite a large load capacity. You do actually get a tote tray for this as well, which unfortunately isn't particularly brilliant. The plastic here is a bit soft. Is this coming out on camera? Hope it is. I'll just move the camera back a bit. Yeah. It's very flimsy there. But again here, they get their strength from when the lid's shut down on it. And as you can see, you do get quite a lot in there, and I could even push it and put more stuff in there, but there is no point. It is heavy enough with what's in there now. We'll just put this back. So, there we go. Now if you look at the wheels, we have our customary 7-inch DeWalt wheels, which are actually quite good. And here at the back is where we have our first fail. If you could imagine, you're dragging this along on the ground, this is what happens. you kind of, with the handle where it is, you lose a bit of clearance, and not only that, is the base of the box down here, you're very low to the ground along here as well. Not ideally suited for going over rough terrain, I'm afraid to say. It is kind of a bit of a fail, although it does have a very good strong axle. And again here, you could, with just this box, put a lot of weight in here. I don't know what the weights are for this one, by the way. Now, the handle, all you've got to do is push down the button there, and it pulls up like so. And does extend up to a fair old height as well. And this is where we sort of come to a bit of an but. What do I mean but? Simple. This handle, when we got this, reminded me of something. And I'm going to show you what now. Now have a close look at this. It's two handles. So what? It's two handles that look the same. So if you look closely, I'll see if I can get it to light up. That might light up and show you the name there. And this one over here might actually light up and show us the name there. If we look very carefully, they're not identically the same, I will admit. But the overall layout and the overall look and the way they actually work are actually more or less the same. So okay then, what's my point? My point is this. Not quite sure how many years ago this actually came out. It's definitely, for us, we're in the third year. It hasn't had 3. So, I mean, I've had this now for, say, 2 years since I'm getting it in the third now. So, question when it came out, I think I got this one here imported from America because it took ages to actually come. So America probably had this before me. So that's, say, 4 years ago when this actually came out. I'm only presuming, I don't know when it was launched in America, to be honest. Because it's probably launched in America first, as most things are. So, this is a Stanley box though. This box we bought 6 or now 7 years ago. This was one of the first carrying boxes. The problem is with it, is the front of it. We found all the weight on this thing ended up top. Both these handles flop about the same, I'm telling you. They're more or less identically the same, although the button on this one is on top and it is at the back on this one. But this actual handle here is readjustable. You can actually set it, you know, to separate heights. You can't with this one. It's either up or it's down, simple as. But it still has the same type of mechanism on it. So what's my point? Supposing this box came out first with Stanley on it rather than DeWalt, and then it went to DeWalt later, everybody would have been saying, oh, you've got a Stanley box there, because that's a clone of the Stanley box which DeWalt had. Because this handle, as far as I'm concerned, is a Stanley handle which was out years ago anyway. But this gets a little bit worse, because what happens then, if believe this or not, if it did happen, it actually went to Craftsman for part of the Versa stack system. Could you imagine what would happen there? Then that would mean this would be a clone of the Craftsman system. So if you're still following this, in other words, Stanley gave it to DeWalt and said stick your name on it, because then that way, if when we take it up and then we give it to Craftsman later on, then everybody will just think it's just a copy of the DeWalt box. Clever thinking. And I will say this, all I'm doing here is just opening my mouth and shooting myself in the foot. I don't know, but this handle here and this handle, that is definitely a Stanley handle which was out years ago. So there could be one more thing to say on this. Does this mean, by me saying this, could it be that the Craftsman modular system for the Tough Case Plus system that they've got to be bringing out for the D-Stack system, because Craftsman actually have 2 bits of that system, could it be that basically it's been delayed until eventually DeWalt can get all the bits and pieces together to make the new modular system for the Tough Case Plus system for D-Stack? Who knows? This is DeWalt and Stanley, and especially Stanley we're talking about here. We just don't know. And if you don't know what I'm going on about with the Tough Case Plus system, well then you're just going to have to go and watch all my previous videos what I've made on this about the new modular system that DeWalt was bringing out. Okay, we're leaving this, we're going to move on. Why did this box fail? I know it's a bit off the beaten track. It's got a good drawer here and you can get quite a lot in it. And I must admit, very similar sliders to what's on the DeWalt mechanisms, you see. And because of this, it actually is a flip open thing. It means you cannot get a lot of stuff and a lot of weight in there because of the way it's shaped. It was a failure. Later on, Stanley redesigned this and actually made it have drawers all the way up and down. But this was a really good little toolbox, and I'll show you for why now. There is latches on the side if you can do this one blind, you see. And then what you do is you can lift this completely off and away, and you've got a carrying handle here for lifting and actually placing back into the back of, say, a vehicle, estate car, van, or whatever it is you've actually got. It was actually quite good. We actually used this for quite a bit before we got fed up with this because the whole system is very top heavy. The other advantage is if you press this, you lift the whole tote tray off the top and you can get things in this as well. Of course, this opens up and you've got access to all these compartments here. It really was a damn good box. Failure was all the way ended up top. And as we come round the back on this, you've got this bit here which is elasticated. I'll get your finger into it, which slides down into so there, like that, and there you are, fixed in place. Absolutely brilliant design this, flawed by the fact is of that stupid compartment at the bottom. Now, another slight problem we get with this one, the pins at the side that hold the hinges together has got a bad habit for moving off to the side. Some of the other T-Start boxes have the same problem, but not too many. Stair capacity on this one, useless. It really is a pain. It's no good for dragging this thing upstairs. You can do it, but it's hard work. And at its widest point, on this one, I think it's 20, this one, yeah. Widest point 20 inches. Your basic length on this one, including the wheel, will take you up to about 17.5 inches, really. Okay, we'll move on to something else. Now, stair capacity for this one, brilliant. You really can haul this one up and down stairs. It fits into the stair bits nice and you can pull it up. And you could definitely pull it up as it stands now with even more weight in it. But if you're going to put a box on top of it, especially bringing it down, I would take it off and handball the other box down. But you could take this up and down as it stands. Measurements. Right. Measurement on this one is 18.5 width. Actually, I'll take it for the top bit up here. It's not, it's 18 3/4. Basic full length. If I can get this thing to sit in there right. On its base is, when it wants to play ball through the wheel, I'd say it was about 21.5 inches all the way along. So it's reasonably sized that way, but it's very narrow that way on. We won't bother really with the stair capacity of this one. It's kind of pointless. It's not going to go up and down stairs, not without sort of making it a lot lighter and carrying it and handballing it, forget it. Useless on stairs. Okay, measurements though. Okay, coming through the back up, it's about 18 inches there, and I think it's actually quite narrow this way. Yeah, it is. No, it's not, it's actually quite wide. You're talking about 19 inches there, so not too bad actually. And as I said, this is more for moving around your workshop, whatever you actually got, garage, whatever, and when you finish with it, you just push it away and put it in the corner. The prices of these vary quite a lot. At the moment, the trolley on this one, it's varying about 117. It should really be a bit cheaper than that. It just seems to be over the top. This I've seen at 45, but I have seen it as low as 35. Same again with this, I've seen this down about £90 as well. This box here usually floats about the 60 to the £70 mark as well, just for the box there. Now, quick mention, when this bottom box here with wheels on it was actually launched, it was launched at the same time as this box. Because I actually got this box here a lot quicker than the bottom box. This is why I said I think it came from America. This one did come very quickly. And this basically is how the system in a way should look, although now it's been sold in different ways, because this box didn't seem to be a big success. Don't know why, because it is a very good box. We use this as our spare box, so whatever in there we can take out and put additional drills or sanders or whatever it is we need into that box to actually do the jobs that we're doing. Okay, so these two are relatively new, and then shortly after that they brought out the tote box, which we'll have a quick look at that as well. Now the tote box is very good value for money, because you get this big space here, you get the carrying handle, which can go either side, and you get a space in here to put tools, is what you can see. Generally we try and keep the lighter tools, the smaller tools in here to keep this system actually mobile, if you understand what I'm saying, because they're not overly big tools in there. Of course this box here again does actually have the liftable lid on it as well for your accessories. It's a deep box for power tool storage, accessory case with a aluminium handle, which is bits of plastic, which I pointed out before. Now, is there anything else new came out? Well, there is. Of course you knew it. He's gonna go on about it again. Yes, that's right. Look everybody, it's a T-Stack caddy with the Tough Case Plus boxes in it. I couldn't resist it. Looks quite neat and tidy on there, don't you think? You can sort of open the lid and get in there to get things out with that on top of it as well. Well, I think I've covered everything on this one. The pros, bits of the cons and all the rest of it, how it all goes together, how it all works. And really and truly, it's up to you. Just be careful what you actually buy and why you're buying it. Always think first before you buy, because some of this, like this, is no good for clambering about. This is definitely the best option, this one here. Yeah, it is pricey, but it does work. Oh, there was one more thing I forgot to mention. We actually got a couple of pieces of wood, and these were down like so. We put a piece of wood on there, and we had a piece of wood at the back on here, and we actually used this to carry a whole load of building material through the house, because the lady in question didn't want us to have all this stuff going through and trailing all the muck. So we thought, right, we got a board and we quickly cut it. Later on we cut it better and we had a board on the bottom. What happened? Well, we left them at somebody's house because we forgot them, and then this person decided to fix his fence with them. So they were nailed to a fence after that, so we were meant to buy more. Hence why I had some boards spare in the house, and now I've used them to make a table. Clever stuff. Anyway, I think I've finally covered everything now. So, my name's Milton, channel's called Little Milto. Subscribe if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm always easy going about everything. And I'll see you the next time when I have no idea what I'll be doing. I might try and make that table, I don't know. Bye now.